Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles, and welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. This is Lochland, and if you're new to my channel and you don't know what I do Let's Plays, tutorials, tips, tricks on City Skylines. So, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Last time we left off, we did the seaside houses down by the water, and today I have something a little different. We're going to open up a new tile, and I'm going to explain what I did and why I did it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so here we are. And I did some things off camera because I recently done a community poll about what's your biggest challenge in City Skylines. And a subscriber of mine, Rerun, said focus. Well, that happens to me a lot. So I started to do this episode, and it was all about opening a new tile, but there were so many things I had to address first that it started getting to be like a 2-hour episode. So I started to do stuff off camera, and I just had to do it. So let me explain. This first thing, we were having not enough workers over here, not enough educated workers. And that's because we had so many university students, so I had to put in a college. Now I just used the base game college, just threw in a road and plopped it down. So that's taken care of. Normally I would do a university build, but right now I don't have the room. And to be honest, I don't want to put in the trade school. I always put in the trade school. It's the first one you open. I want to wait until we get to the university campus area, and that's at 26,000. So that's one. Number 2, big parking lots. So as you can see, I got the parking working. So you have to go into your options, go into your TMPE, go into gameplay, and enable realistic parking. So I got them parking. Another thing was happening was traffic. I was getting a pile of traffic building up over here. So I did add, instead of the walking paths, I took them out, and I just added a couple of entrances from the trailer park, from the side here, so they can access this better than just the front here. So that was 2 and 3. Number 4. So we can open up a new tile. The problem was my electric and my water were super low, and I knew I couldn't start a new area with it being that low. So I went ahead, let's go over here, down in here, and I moved the recycling plants over, added new sewage. I had the updraft put in, and I added some water over in here, and I also added some water here, and here. So we're pretty much matched on water, so everything's perfect. We got the 259, the 260, it's very close. The electric, we're good, we're at 192, and even if we move to a new area, I'll just pull the electric over. So that's all done. So now leave in the comments if you would have liked me to just do an episode on all these little small things and not leave them out. Let me know, because I would happily do it. But I'm sure people would just find this absolutely insane. So instead I did it off camera. Next, tiles. Alright, so we unlocked one tile. Now I did say I wanted to do this tile right here, and it's not practical, and I'll explain. So if you go to milestones, small city does not have an area, and the next one is big city, is 13,000. We are not going to get 13,000 people in this small space, and I don't want to build in these areas. So that's just, it's impractical. So I'm going to have to open one of these tiles and put in some high density and get the, population up. I was going to do this one and realized that the highway exit's up here, and I didn't want to, this is too small of an access to get into here. And if anything goes crazy, I can't access this. So this is our best bet, and this is where we're going. So let me go ahead and unlock that, and we'll get into it. Okay, so here we are, and here's the highway exit, and we're definitely going to upgrade this to a 6-lane, and we're going to use a 4-lane for some commercial, and we can't quite upgrade this one road right here, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. So let's go ahead and upgrade with grass. I think would be the best. So let's just come down here, upgrade it all. And when we get to this point, it'll be alright. Say we can't do it because it's right at the edge of the map. No biggie. 4-lane. Should we do trees? Yeah, let's do some trees. And let's do just a little freeform. I think right about here should be alright. I don't want it to go too far. Probably about there. Alright. So, let's look at the assets. We got some we have some custom assets. Here we have some high density, and we have some, this is commercial, and then these are the seaside houses that are townhouses, and they look really good. This is like level 1 and 2 and 3. They look really good when they come in. So let's go ahead and paint a district, and we're gonna do this whole area. All right, Sheffield Park sounds good to me. Enable Seaside and UK. All right, so we did that. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and put in some roads and some water, and I'll be right back. So behind the commercial, what I'd really like to do is use some of the drive parking lots, which are right here. Just something small, nothing too crazy. I want to try to keep this as straight as possible. So that might be a little too much space. Let's come really close here. I think that would be the best spot for that one. Let's come here. And that looks good for there. And I'll go ahead, fill them in, and then continue. Alright, so water's run, roads are run. We're gonna go ahead and put in a small space down here for garbage. Probably just a rural road. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Come in and just, let's see if we can come in a little bit closer here. Something like that. We'll do some recycling, I think. Yeah, let's do recycling. And they're gonna need water. Let's come from here. Alright, we got water. And let's go grab some power. All right, next, let's grab some medical. Let's get out of here really quick. Medical. Let's see, I think we have a little bit better building. Let's see, this one. Yeah, it's got enough for 100 people. Death care. Police and fire. That's got 8. 6. Alright, we'll do the 8. And let's get some police. We got 9 patrol cars on this one. Let's get some school. I guess we'll do an elementary school. Right in that space, I think looks good. And we'll need a high school. We could do him somewhere on the end here like this, or closer to this side. Yeah, I think this will work. Maybe across from the parking lot. Now I do want to check how close that is to the highway. And it's pretty close, but we could stick a fence back there. Pretty sure. All right, so we got all that in. So I think we're pretty good. We got water, power, schools, medical. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. All right, so I do want to add some parking around town with the ploppable ones. Let's see, these. So I think right across the street from the school would be a great idea. And I am missing something. I'm missing parks. So I do want to put in a couple of parks as well. I think behind the school, we don't want to put anything. Probably leave that for some parks or something. We'll do some parking right next to here. I don't think we'll be able to fit the basketball or tennis because it's just, we might have to put it down a little ways. We could put it here. There's a wider gap here. We could do both. So it wants to snap to that parking lot, but you know what? We can move it. Or we could put a parking lot in between the two. So they could park there. That's fine. And randomly I'll stick some parking in for everyone just to help out. So I'm going to go ahead and zone and I'll stick in some parking lots and some parks and we'll be right back. Okay, so we hit small city, and we're still zoning in quite a bit. Just a lot of commercial needed to get the residents in. So I've been just adding it on here. I did not want to, but for now we'll do it until we could put in maybe a shopping center or something over in here. But I'll save that for another episode. So I'm just going to add a little bit of commercial down in these areas just to build it up. Okay, so we still need quite a bit of commercial. It hasn't even filled in yet. We also need some industry. And now looking around, the only place for them to work is to commute back and forth to the farm, which is going to build up a lot of traffic over in here. So, I'm thinking we might put in a little bit of temporary farming, maybe some base game, and then dedicate like an episode to maybe some oil or something. So for the time being, I'm just going to pause it before they start kind of leaving us to go to the other side and cause a traffic jam. Let's go ahead and just grab some of this. I'll put in just a gridded pattern in here, and let's actually zone it really quick before I forget, and then it won't be a farm. Alright, so we'll just do that. We'll go ahead and put on farming, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that hopefully will take care of their need for jobs and hopefully bring down a little bit of the commercial just by giving them some work over in here. And hopefully they don't travel all the way over to here, because that could make a definite mess of traffic. I mean, as it is, we do have quite a bit of traffic over here. Let's just take a look. Yeah, we're getting a lot of buildup back here. But again, that's another episode. We're going to focus over here. So I'm not going to pay any attention to that. What we are going to do, though, is let's go ahead and shut off our traffic lights, because I don't think we need it. Just causes more traffic. And I bet you we could raise our traffic percentage a little bit. I'm not too worried. I just don't want it to get out of hand. Okay, so let's get out of here, go back to traffic. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's okay. So, let's see. We got a robber. Let's take a closer look at how these are growing in. Our demand is still pretty heavy for commercial. Again, we could still fill in a little bit more in here, but actually there is some filled, so it's not like crazy. So we're just gonna leave it be. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it be. Let's come in and take a look. I mean, it's filling in. It's filling in nicely. I think we'll sprinkle some trees and maybe put a little bit of something around there. Also, parking. So now the green streets don't have any parking on them, but this does. So we're going to take the cars off of here and make them use the parking lot. We don't need them parking on the main road here. So we got plenty of parking. And then we also scattered around, as you can see, these little parking lots, which this one is filled. This one has room. This one's quite full. That one has a little bit of room. Let's just take a look at these. That's pretty full right in there. That is full. That is full. So we might need a couple of more parking lots. But overall, yeah, they're quite full, actually. Got some extra parking here that they could use. Definitely using the plaza parking. So I'm happy to see that they're using the parking, because that's what it's there for. Yeah, let's scatter some trees, and I'll be right back. So it definitely looks better once you put in some trees. It just looks a lot more rich and full. Back in here, I think we'll put a line of them maybe, just so they kind of line up. So let's check on our farm, and that is definitely filled out and busy for sure. Check our traffic again, 84, 85, but at least they have jobs now, so I'm super happy that they're able to fulfill some of that need there. We still have a high demand for some commercial, but I'm not surprised. I always have a high demand for commercial. But yeah, I think we're gonna leave this episode off here. Let's go take a little closer. Actually, you know what? Let's turn this back down to 1 speed. And now let's take a little look. I think we'll change these trees out in the middle here. I think it'll look a lot better. And we'll definitely decorate, add some more walking paths, biking paths. The parking lots are definitely being used. This is full. Probably could have used a couple more of these, road parking lots, because we're definitely filling them up. But overall, even these are super full. But it is a large complex. So if you look around, a lot of people got to park. So we definitely should add a few more parking. But yeah, I think we're going to leave this here. So let me know what you think about the houses and the neighborhood. And if you have any suggestions. Next time, let's take a look. So we put in that temporary farm, which doesn't look bad actually. I don't mind the base game farming. It actually looks pretty good. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe some oil or ore. We definitely want to get that population up to 13,000 so we can open another tile. Almost up to 11,000 now. All right, so I think everything looks pretty good. Why don't we see about jumping onto a car and just taking a ride. So let's pause the game. Where's he going? Driving to parking spot to Holly residence. Alright, I think we'll jump in. We'll take a ride. And if you like my content, want to see more, please click that like button, subscribe, comment, share. Leave me comments. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. I'm up to criticism if need be. So, I just want to know what you guys want. So if you like this, give it a like. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.